Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of Hawk Talk. Today, I am going to be doing a post-game analysis of the Saints versus Seahawks Monday Night Football game, which happened on October 25th. As many of you already may know, the Seahawks lost 13-10, and surprisingly, the defense did really good for the Seahawks this game. They didn't really let up too much in terms of the running game, and as you also may already know, the Saints have Alvin Kamara, who is, if by far, the best running back in the NFL, and they did really well against the run game, as we have already seen from years past that the Seahawks are really good with the run game, not so much in coverage. But anyway, moving on to the stats, Jameis Winston had a great game this time. He had 222 yards off of 19 completions and 35 attempts. This is a subpar passer rating. It would equate to around 50%, which is decent. And Alvin Kamara also had a great game. He had 20 carries for 51 yards. He also had 10 receptions for 128 yards. This just shows how big of a player, how big of an effect Alvin Kamara can have on any game. And luckily, I had him starting this game for fantasy football, and he scored 30-something points, which was really good, and that helped me win against Nico. Moving on, Jameis Winston, like I said, had an amazing game. They also had Adam Trutman. He had 3 receptions for 36 yards. And yeah, and then moving on to the defense, Demario Davis had 7 tackles and 3 assists and 2 sacks in this game, which is an amazing game statistically wise. And everybody on the Saints have a very solid, very capable defense, and where everybody's contributing, unlike the Seahawks, where we've been seeing for the past couple weeks that it's only a couple players that are really putting in, it looks like as if only a couple players are putting in effort, and that being Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams. Everybody else is trying. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's their job, but the Seahawks defense hasn't been really clicking that well. But this game they did decently well. Okay, moving on to the Seahawks defense. Bobby Wagner had 5 tackles, 2 assists, and 0 sacks. Quandre Diggs had 5 tackles, and Poona Ford had 3 tackles and 3 assists. Trey Brown had 3 tackles. He looked really good this game against the Saints receivers. He wasn't letting up too many yards, but yeah. And then, unfortunately, the Seahawks, in my opinion, I feel like the Seahawks couldn't really get the ball rolling on offense because Jason Myers missed 2 field goals. This really cost us the game, I'd say, in my opinion, because if we had scored both of those kicks, the Seahawks would have been up 16-13, which is still a good score. We would be able to defend that with the way the defense was playing that night, but unfortunately, Jason Myers couldn't really make the kicks. This is a problem we're just now starting to see, as last year he didn't miss any field goals, I believe, and yeah, that could also be from crowd noise. There wasn't any crowd last year. This year there is crowd, and that could be affecting his kicks. But we'll have to see how this plays out towards the end of the season. And then moving on to the Seahawks offense, Alex Collins had 6 carries for 35 yards, which is really good. He's contributing a decent amount of yards for the Seahawks offense. Travis Homer had 1 carry for 14 yards. And Geno Smith had 167 yards and 1 touchdown. The one touchdown was by DK Metcalf, the only touchdown that we had that game. He had 2 receptions for 96 yards, averaging 48 yards a carry. The first touchdown that DK Metcalf, the only touchdown that DK Metcalf got in this game, it looked really good. It was a contested catch that he made, and then he showed off his 4.33 speed and got into the end zone, which is what you expect from a 6'4", 250-pound receiver, that you just expect him to make plays. And yeah, I also had DK Metcalf out for not out, but playing in fantasy football, so that also helped me a lot. But yeah, anyway, the Seahawks lost, unfortunately, 13-10. Like I said before, I do think this game could have been won if Jason Myers made those 2 field goals. But the defense played lights out. I hope that they can repeat that today against the Jaguars. And stay tuned for the Jaguars pregame analysis. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next video.